dreadful road to Grange, or I guess everybody calls it Apple Valley Speedway now. But we woke up early, went to Dan's place, picked up the rig, or the trailer, did an errand for some race fuel for everybody. Oh my god, our camper's gonna fall off of this thing. It's so bumpy. And we filled up the cars and got some breakfast. So we're here for the day. We're not leaving because I do not want to drive down this road again. And this track's rad. The last time I drove here I had the S52 in here, so I'm excited to drive with another like 80 or 90 horsepower. Should be fun and a lot more RPM. And it's a few of the people's first time driving here, but most of them have driven here before, so it should be solid and we should be able to have some really good day. Really good day of driving. I think Hurt is meeting up with us, some of the Speed Hunters guys, and Mika Diaz. I think somebody else too, we'll see. So we can go shred, have some fun. Today was lit.
Haha.
Sadly, not in a good way. Morning session was sick. We showed up a little bit late because we knew some people were gonna have to figure the track out and stuff. I've kind of spoken to you guys about this before. And we were kind of turnkey, ready to go when we got here. So we showed up, unloaded the car, went on track immediately. Kelly was nice enough to mount some tires for me while I was doing some driving, and basically drove for like 2-ish hours straight, nonstop. Probably did 20 laps in 2 hours because we had to take some cool downs, and Matt broke his shock and we had to fix that, and I had to change some tires. It's getting about 8 or 10 laps out of a set of tires. Tandems were sick. Matt and I were ripping. LZ and I were ripping. I drove with Mika Diaz for a little while. We were ripping. His car was a little bit slower than this car and he has a lot of power, so he was able to just power through it when I was kind of bogging a little bit because I was pretty hooked up to try to keep up with Matt and those guys. We chased a bunch of people. We did a bunch of lead laps, had everybody on our doors, and then unfortunately Rudy's Corvette caught on fire. Matt and I were doing a super sick tandem run, and we're coming around the second to last turn, and we see people running and a car driving in the dirt, and we're like, oh shit. And it was Mika driving to him to get his fire extinguisher. So I had Chelsea grab the fire extinguisher as quickly as we could. I jumped out, and our fire extinguisher was pretty much dead. It just a couple pops went off of it. And unfortunately his car ended up burning to the ground because the track didn't have any fire extinguishers anywhere. Normally, like, a track would have them at each corner. It's kind of the responsibility of the track to have those. And it's kind of our responsibility, too, to know where they're at. And they weren't there. And unfortunately, his car ended up total loss, nothing usable from it. But he's okay. And everybody that was with him was okay. And everybody that was putting the fire out was okay, which is good. But yeah, kind of moving forward, it's kind of a bummer, a downer. I'm sure we're going to have to figure out how he's going to get his stuff back and all that stuff, and we're fully loaded on here. As you can see, my car's all the way like to the back. There's about a foot left, and then we got a bunch of little stuff up front, wheels and tires. There's 12 tires, I think, in the car, and everything on top and all that stuff. But so it sucks. We might be staying to drive Irwindale if Irwindale gets approved. If not, it looks like we might be heading home tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff to get home and finish since we've been out on the road for like 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes, and either way, we'll let you know in the text below if we decided to continue on or if that was going to be our wrap. If it is our wrap, it was an absolutely amazing trip. I loved almost every second of it. We didn't really break very much. A couple little things here and there, tensioner go, and some axles. But I think we remedied the axle issue that we were having. Everybody worked together so well. There's a symmetry between all the drivers. I could chase anybody on the track at any moment. There was never like a waiting or anything. I don't think I ever stopped and waited for somebody if we weren't like switching a GoPro camera angle for you guys to see for the whole trip. We drove tons of tandem. Everybody was very self-sufficient, which is awesome. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, everybody was like, you know, like somebody would come over and just grab tools out of my toolbox, use them, and just put them right back. I wouldn't even know it happened, you know, just to kind of keep the whole cycle of everything going. Even like someone like Matt Field, who grenaded his entire torque tube, Jubo, crazy, all of the crap inside the transmission, just destroyed it. Not the actual trans itself. And he was on the road again like 4 hours later, and he didn't have any spares. So somebody saw he was on Drift Week with the trouble, he hooked him up with the parts, he got him, installed it, and drove off. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, if someone breaks a torque tube on their car, sometimes it's down for a year because they can't get it done. So it's been the right group of people. Everybody here went after it immediately. It wasn't like, oh, I broke this. It was like, oh, that's broken, cool. You grab this, this person grabs this, we need this. Can someone go to the parts store? Cool, I need that. Boom, 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 fixed. Because everybody had to drive their car, you know, at the next event, or even to the next event. So like I said, overall, it was a really, really cool thing. I think that there might be some people who try to do this Drift Week thing on their own, and I'm all for it. It's fun, it's super awesome, but just be prepared to seriously have to work and have 20+ hour days every day, because that's basically what's going to happen. Outside of that, hopefully we get Irwin out, we stay, we shred some more and say bye to these guys. If not, we're gonna go back to the house, have a little bit of party tonight, and see what goes on for the morning.